showdown. A rivalry once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. One of the things he has reiterated to his offensive coordinator is he wants his quarterback to break that school record for passing touchdowns in a season. Now, obviously, they are going to have a balanced game plan. When they're in the red zone, they're going to take the best play available. But it is in the back of their mind. They want their quarterback to go down in history, and they have a big opportunity to do that here today. Back to you.
All right, Holly. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Look out. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Reed to throw. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
In the gun, third down, Reed. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the Aggies with the 1st and 10. Throwing, Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years. And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. They got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Reed. Looking downfield. Left side is Edwards. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running inside, it's Edwards. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Still looking to his right. He'll throw it. Just got rid of that one.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Reed. Gonna let it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
At midfield, he's got room. Maybe some room here. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Motion from the wide receiver. 1st down, right back to Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable 3rd down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a 1st down and he gets you another 1st down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
To throw, Manning. Here comes the heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab down the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Longhorns in the hurry up. From the red zone, it's Brown. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Arch is going to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Keeping his eyes downfield. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. Reed. He's going for a big play downfield. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This guy's just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. He's got an open man. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
But if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's Arch to throw. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
The Longhorns will try to convert on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. And the Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. Here's Brown. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Throwing Manning. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Play action with Reed. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. At the 40, there he goes. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Here's Reed to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Makes the grab. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last
deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete into the end zone, but they're going to back up with a hold on the play. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. That holding call backs him up 10. It's now 1st and 20. Throwing Reed. Rushes on. Fires to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Dropping back, it's Reed. Out wide left, it's Horton. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Reed to the air again. Makes the grab. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Reed fires into the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 5 team, the Clemson Tigers. And it's South Carolina in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. On the delay, it's Brown. Got a little grass. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've stalled out a bit in the red zone. Just a couple of field goals on 3 previous trips now to get it in on second and goal. Making the adjustment. Manning, look out. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs, because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Reed. Left side, it's Riley. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
2nd and long here. Looking downfield, it's Reed. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab on the left side. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Here's Reed to throw. Rolls right. Going for it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. Man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
Going for it all. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Longhorn! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Deep in the end zone, it's Bussey. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Moves to his right. Got out of trouble and throws. Right side, it's Johnson. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Throwing Reed. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. He's got it along the sideline. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. It's Reed. Buying time to his right. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Reed. Out wide right, it's Horton. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
The Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Takes a hit as he fires. And he gets it away.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Reed. Here comes the heat. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Moves the pocket. It's Reed. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Aggies! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Here comes the 2-point try. Again, it's Reed. He's got it. 2-pointer is good, and now it's a 1-score game here deep in the 4th. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. On the shovel, moving past the 25. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Arch Madness. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man. I just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate and make it easier on your target.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. From the gun, it's Brown. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. On the run, fires downfield. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They fought their way back. A scoring drive, the stop, and now a chance to pull even on this drive late. Here's Reed to throw. Still looking to his right. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the fourth quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Second down, going to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He'll be thinking about that one, almost an interception.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. They're all over it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Reed to the air again. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. So the 4th down call works out for them as they try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that play, Reese, is going to give them a lot of confidence. Here they are. They're trying to scrape and claw themselves back into this one and take the lead. They needed that play.
Throwing Reed. Moving out to the right. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air, it's Reed. Out wide left, it's Owens. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
And the offense knows the task ahead. They're down 8. It's first and goal. They need a touchdown and the 2. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to go. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Reed. Stepping to the right. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Trying to punch it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A gargantuan moment here as they try to tie it up late with the 2-point conversion. Reed. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Minute and a half to go, and to have a chance, they have to recover this onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
On first down, it's Brown again. Swamped immediately. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the Longhorns inside the final minute trying to hang on to this lead and the ball. Straight ahead, it's Brown. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing a big one.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. The week has been immersed in midnight yells, barbecue smells, a sea of crowds in the fall colors, and the Lone Star Showdown ends with Texas hooking up and getting the victory over the Aggies. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.